Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on Conan, the Battle of Blackstone, brought to us by Heroic Signatures. That is part of a new line. And I believe this is their second Conan. I'm going to sit down. I ordered the first one. By the time I get through with this video, I should have both. But here we are with their second Conan, the Battle of Blackstone version. And this is based off the art of Roberto de la Torre, a huge significant artist, at least to me. Been around at least 35 years doing comics. Had that signature run with J. Michael Straczynski on Amazing Spider-Man, where everybody talked about Iron Spider during Civil War. Did an amazing Daredevil run. Had a excellent run with Jason Aaron on Wolverine. There's so many other things I can talk about. And it is now drawing Conan. I believe the first 5 issues or 4 issues of Conan. And then later at issue 12 comes back, if I remember correctly. But yeah. This is it straight out of the box. I'm going to talk about some stuff with it with you. And we're going to get that nice muscular look. I love that they've captured the style, the grimness of Roberto de la Torre's style. Here we have that gritty teeth look. The eyes are painted blue. I don't know if you guys can see how good that is. The helmeted head. It sits a little high on top of that, but that is because there's interchangeable parts, and we'll get into that. We do have a butterfly joint that folds out, as you can see here. We can actually push that back in. There is an invisible bicep swivel, which rotates here, as you can see here. So as you can see, it rotates. That coupled with the butterfly joint will allow you to flex over with the arms to hold a sword with 2 hands. As you can see like this. We do have a singular joint, but the singular joint curvature is all the way in for a deep cut, as you can see here. It folds into an acute angle, which is closer to that of more like, I guess, so 110, 120 degrees. As far as our upper torso, there is a cut open in the chest. I'm actually going to take the shirt off in a little bit to showcase that to you guys. But with our shirt on, we still actually have a really decent ab crunch, which can fold forward. And our hair is soft enough that it folds out when rotating left and right and downward, as you can see here. As far as our legs, we can go out this far. I had a quick laugh with that, because it makes me think about the Thor in Guardians of the Galaxy when he folds his legs out. We can lift up. Our skirt will lift, but we can lift up to 90 degrees as well. There is a thigh swivel as well. We have a double joint, as you can see here. We do have a small amount of boot swivel. And we do have generous ankle pivot and a toe hinge as well, which is pretty cool. The ball joint is naked, and that is because you can actually take the boots off to go barefoot on Conan. It's part of the accessories, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But with our boot swiveling, let's see if that ball joint can move. I'm not sure if there's a ball joint that moves, but I'll check that out in a second. We can actually rotate left and right. So let's actually test out some articulation. So I'll try to get Conan into some Conan-like poses. Oh, okay. So this is a big beefy dude too. It's not like he's small either. Like, this guy is beefy. So when you want to get down to a tackle or a huddle-like motion, we can actually do that really well here. If we want to, this actually does look very, very promising. Imagine you going for a tackle or a run through, and as you can see, we can pop this off. I think the biggest thing about this is rotating that soft hair backwards, so that way the hair can stay on if you move the head backwards. I think moving the torso would give you a better explanation of that. It's when you want to lift up. When I get some weapons in his hand, I'm going to see. I also want to double check and make sure I can rotate a little further up. I am assuming that these are going to be going further up. I do want to state that this is a prototype. So I want to make sure you guys know that this is going to be worked on, because this is a proto. But I like what I'm seeing so far. I really, really do. I like this. Let's see if he can balance. That's actually important to me as well. If we're going to do, Conan doesn't run away. He runs towards. So never picture Conan running away. I want to see, first glance, he balanced. So I do like what we're getting so far, even in this prototype. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to break out these accessories. I'm going to talk about some stuff for Conan, so we can make your boy look and feel good by Crom standards. All right. Now, let's talk about accessories. And since this is the Battle of the Blackstone version, I do want to recognize that Jim Zub and Roberto de la Torre on the main series, and the Battle of the Blackstone is a mini-series crossover events for the Howard stuff and Howard style characters that he all created. But it's crazy because I keep forgetting about this kind of stuff when I say it, so I do want to clarify. And let's talk about accessories. Now, one of the things I mentioned before is that I'm actually going to pop this off. I'm actually going to pop the shirt off. There's a tab right here underneath the right-hand side. And I promised that I would show you guys the shirt off, so let's do that. So we actually have the nice silhouette of the body, which is really, really nice. But the reason why I popped the head off, oop, I dropped the weapon. Let's get back to it. Is that we actually have a different part here, which I actually like this look a little better. Let's see if this is the right head sculpt for it. And yeah, I really like this one. I really, really like this head sculpt a lot. Now, it worries me because it's a prototype, so I'm worried about how this links up and breaking up the sculpt, because I know they care about that sculpting a lot, so I don't like the breaking up of it. But when posed up, I think it'll look really, really nice. Now, outside of this, we can actually pop the whole head off, because we are giving another sculpt, which is going to be our neutral face for Conan. And then when you can actually pop this out and swap it out. So that means you can have several different combinations as you pop it out and put it into this helmet, which was our original helmet, which I'm trying to gently put in there. There we go. So you can have this one, or let's say you didn't like this combination, you can go with this helmeted head. And there you go. So there's a few different combinations that you can have for the hair and head combo, or you could just pop back on the hair for a neutral Conan. Pop this head in. Ooh, it's really rough in there. There we go. I was waiting to hear a pop and never got it. So as you can see here, ooh, a necklace. So you'll have it. Let's fix you up. We can also take off the waistband area if you want them to be naked, just like in the actual book where they do show nudity. So please be aware for children. You will also get an alternative shirt. I like the wash that they gave it as well too. Just like the other one, you will have the tabs here underneath the right hand side, so you can pop that on. And as far as weapons, you will get a clean battle axe. This is a two-handed axe, by the way. We have a nice little handle here at the end. We will get another shorter axe. This one is bloody as well. Has a little chip in the paint too, so this is a war-torn battle axe, or a short axe in this one because it is smaller. Then you will get a sword with sheath, and you can unsheath your sword as well too. This can actually be placed, I believe, right here in the front. I'm not sure if that's for this one, but I know in the comic he places a sword here. I'm not sure if it's for this one or if it's going to be for the axe, but I'll have to double check that. So next up, we're going to talk about our hands. So let's get to that. Actually, hands and feet, I should say. So you will get open action hands. These hold no items, but they're really cool. These are for grabbing ghouls and zombies and things. You will get closed fists, which is important because Conan does punch a lot of people. And then obviously you have your item holding hands, which is swords, axes, torches, things like that. You will get a pair of feet as well too, which, like I said, with a pair of feet, obviously you'll be barefoot. And then you will also get one trigger hand. The trigger hand is funny because this is exclusive to the said story. In that said story, Conan will hold a weapon from Solomon Kane. He does come with it. Here is a revolver. You will also see Solomon Kane's staff, or at least one version of it from that Battle of the Blackstone story. A rapier. A longsword, as well as a spear from the main first story in that Jim's Up story, which is pretty cool. I like that they had a callback to that. So that is it for all the accessories. What I am going to do is gather up some sword and sorcery stuff, and we're going to size it out because Conan is a big boy. So let's get to it. I want to acknowledge a mistake I made in the beginning of the video as I'm doing this. This is not their second figure. This is their first figure. I actually got it mixed up. And I'm going to put it in for the size comparison, the Frazetta Girl's regular Conan. So I had the two mixed up. So yeah, I ordered this and it came in actually perfect timing so we can talk about it. So yeah. So we have the Frazetta Girl one. Here's the Icon series. One is based off of classic Frazetta style art. This is based off of Roberto de la Torre. So that's the difference. And then in size comparison, here we are with a Savage Crucible figure, the Ball and Chain Warrior with the add-on set. So you can see all of these are big boys. That means Conan's gonna be fighting some lizards here, right? Next up, here is something, the Meditoys Orc. And as you can see, Conan's a big boy to be able to stand up next to an orc like this. Like, the orcs are big boys. Here we are with a Mythic Legions. And as you can see, Conan is the same size, if not slightly bigger than them. I feel like he is indeed slightly bigger if we go by the shoulders. So yeah, he is bigger than a normal 7-inch figure. Which, history-wise, it's pretty funny for me. Because I feel like Conan should have been a smaller guy. Because when we think about things like the Hyborian Age, which are set in the past, people have only gotten taller as we've gone on in life. They weren't always necessarily. But then, you know, people depend on what they classify him as, but history would dictate him a little bit smaller. Here we are with Conan next to an SHF Kamen Rider Kuga. Here we are next to a random G.I. Joe Law and Order. As you can see, he is indeed a very, very big boy. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the photos at the end. I'm gonna try to get some creative with some Against All Odds stuff. It's been a while. Oh, because I didn't really get a chance to throw one in there. Here's a Mezco. I want Ichigo to stay in the background as I sit down and do more videos. But here we are with a Armed Red Ranger. So yeah. I want to say thank you to everybody for sitting down and watching it. Hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end. I hope you're doing well. So as always, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later. Hey guys, I'm doing this much later because it was added in later in an email. They have stated that they're going to whiten the teeth and definitely add some more white to the teeth as it's blending too much to the skin. So to make sure I added this in. On top of that, they're gonna add some other things to it. But yeah, overall, still very happy with the product. And I hope you guys enjoy the photos at the end. Thanks as always.